The man in front of the three of you begins to pace back and forth, his body loose yet poised like a prowling panther. The bright light behind him turns him into a sharp silhouette, his face hard to make out. That was a clever trick you pulled with the Tainted Empire. Agent Asadato's doing, I'm sure. It's truly a shame we lost you, Agent. We were considering you for the numbers program, you know. But I suppose you had too much personality, after all. And the silhouette turns to look at you, Ruinera, giving you a moment to reply if you wish to.
Face is cold as stone, unresponsive, looking dead forward.
He laughs quietly and says, "Not as if you show it most of the time." He then continues to pace and says, "I want you all to know that I'm truly not your enemy. I wish it hadn't come to this. I wish you hadn't killed my poor recruit back in that hallway there. But such things happen when you decide to go back on the terms of a deal. The thing is really, I want to save you. Save all of you. I've certainly had to break some eggs along the way, but if you pardon the gauche metaphor mangling I'm about to do, I know how to put those eggs back together, you see. And that gestalt of yours, Orson, is the key. Perhaps telling you my little plan will start to make you see things from my perspective. Despite the awkwardness that has preceded this conversation, I hope we can come to some kind of agreement. Again, gives you all a chance to say something.
Runera says nothing.
Rev's eyebrow twitches because his brain is going a mile a minute thinking of really clever quips and roasts to put on this guy, and is trying to resist saying any of them.
Uh-huh.
I think Liz flicks a glance towards Rev because he absolutely brained a guy she wanted to keep alive in that moment. But guilty by association and all that. She I think she slumps a little in her chair and looks at Mr. Shadowy Man and says, "Transparency. This is what it took to get there."
This is what you decided it took to get here. I would have let you come straight to this office if it hadn't been for your little tricks. I should let you know that my agents are currently hunting down your little, it doesn't say your little twice in a row, currently hunting down that whatever thing you put the Orson entity into. We'll find it soon enough. This island is only so big. And you only could have gone so far from the ship that you took.
You say you want to save us.
I do. Unfortunately, most people find that hard to believe.
Rev? Did Eliza want to say anything?
I think she looks at him sternly and says, "It'll be nice to be all in one piece for the firing squad. Definitely."
Well, whether or not that comes to pass, we'll soon have everything solved. Well, I suppose I should give you all a little history lesson, shall I?
Rev can't hold back a groan.
Oh, don't worry, Pilot Scaphander. I think even you will find this interesting. And he claps his hands and says, as I'm sure you've already guessed, the being you call Orson is an alien. Or, specifically, a piece of an alien, given selfhood, separated from the broader whole. As you see, our entire planet is one massive alien. This is perhaps not a surprise to you at this point, considering the sorts of things you've seen Orson do. But, regardless, yes, our planet is a living entity that decades ago heard our call and formed a home for us. It created something out of nothing. A miracle. Thavma. I suppose you've also seen that Gestalt of yours perform similar feats on a smaller scale. He's still very young, comparably, but he's matured enough for our purposes. You see, he's been acting as a sort of scout. The reason we left him to pilot Arctire, the reason why we let you all run wild, is because he likes you all, which has suited us very well. Because through you, and through all of you, he's come to understand humanity. Specifically, its psychic makeup. And here we come to part 2 of what is probably an utterly insane sounding monologue. When the Terraformer incident happened all those years ago, humanity all screamed as one, and in our unity, changed reality. We formed something called a noosphere, a sort of pocket reality. You could perhaps call it a heaven, for that is where every human psychic imprint, or I suppose you could say soul, has gone since we awakened. But it's not a very nice heaven. Quite boring, actually, and very easy to lose yourself within. I'm sure some of you, and the silhouette turns and looks at Eliza at this, have visited it in your dreams on occasion. Perhaps you're starting to put the pieces together now. An alien who can create matter, who we've left to learn how humans work. A little pocket dimension storing dead souls. Sounds pretty fucking crazy, doesn't it? But it's true. Me and my associates want to reunite Orson with the broader entity, and with the knowledge that he's gained, use it to resurrect the dead and create an undying paradise here on Thavma. And he, raises his arms out in, kind of playful, drama as he finishes. So you see, I want to save everyone, including those who have died.
I see. That actually makes a lot of sense. Wow. Wow. She kind of blinks where she sits and says, I thought you were just cutthroat and unscrupulous in your methods, and...
Well, my methods, I will admit, can certainly be cutthroat, but when those throats can be uncut later, like I said, put the eggs back together.
Right. She looks at the other two, Rev and Ruinera, and then she looks at Mr. Shadowy Man again and says, right, you're just absolutely fucking insane. Do you know what sort of heaven that would be? All of the dead that this war has trampled over, all the remorse and the regret gathered in one place. Let me tell you something. I have felt it. For years and years, I have felt it. the soul of every person passing with regret, with sorrow, with anger. This paradise you want to paint, it won't be a pretty picture. It will be ugly. As ugly as this war.
I think he starts to slowly clap and says, "A fine speech, truly inspiring. I see why so many people are willing to follow you into battle, Pilot Flint. And it's true that there will have to be some rehabilitation. It's not as if I'm going to bring everyone back simultaneously. It will be a trickle. We will give people proper hospice care and all such things. It's going to be a long process, but clearly one worthwhile, don't you think? You said yourself, clearly you have such empathy for the dead. Wouldn't you wish for them to walk the world again?"
Does Ruinera sense that he's at all off balance by Eliza's take?
I don't know. I mean, you got your opening. I'm happy to work with you on when you think would be most dramatically interesting to spring on it.
Okay, I want Rev to talk first.
But I think a thing you have noticed is there's something slightly off about his movements. Like his reaction time is a little bit slow. Like, I'll say there was a second, like maybe a second or two of pause before he started clapping, and then like another second before he started talking. It's as if there's like a slight lag, and it's barely noticeable. Like, you roll a 6, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I was basing it off of that. I think only you are the one who notices this, Ruinera.
Yeah, like I said, I want Rev to at least say something
But
first.
I think that's how you start to see a place where you could make your move, is in that instant of slight delay.
I think Rev rolls his eyes when he does this like slow clap, like great speech thing, and he says, "Is the reason why it's going to be such a long process because you got to turn all of us into these number drones first? Think about it. The only reason anyone can follow you is because you turn them into half android skeletons. I mean, no. Just think about it. What's the reason why you had to give your ancient lava demon alien to us to learn how to be human? It's because you got no idea how. You forgot the fact
You
that
wound me,
humans need death to be really human. Without that, we're just like, I don't know, fucking drones or something."
A primitivist, I see. I'm trying to move us beyond the old conception of human, Rev. You've seen the things your friend can do. Do you think we're not moving forward? Do you think we're not ascending into something different? You would slow that?
Yeah, if your idea of progress is being turned into a robot, I'd rather stick with the old thing.
You are making assumptions about me, Revly. The numbers are, again, another unfortunate...
The numbers, Mason, what do they mean?
Another unfortunate brick in my road. But they do prove to be quite useful.
Rev leans in and asks, "Oh yeah? Then what about the two that you took prisoner? Are they here on this island? How many unfortunate things do you have to do before you're just making pieces for what you really want?"
Give me a roll of some kind, Peter. Unless you don't want to, unless you don't want these words to get through at all, but...
I like the idea of them getting through. It's just
So
that the only...
what I was going to do is lead a group action,
Oh, yeah?
and it was going to be to sway.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I'm down.
So
We're learning
after
from Klaus.
so after Rev says this, Runeera for the first time looks at the figure, and he says, "Forgive me for asking. Why is it we still draw breath? What is the importance of this monologue of ideal and praxis, of this argument with Miss Flint and our commander? Surely it is not that you believe you can reach us this late, or is it simply because you know not what to do? The gun is in your hands, the trigger against your finger, and it is pointed at the back of the head of the squad formerly known as the Devil's Indentured. And yet, you hesitate. My predator's instincts tell me that you are still in the bushes, Firo. You are still glaring from them, having read our every move, gloating over the victory of our desperate entrance to this excellent representative of the bottom office space, thinking that, almost obligatorily, we would surprise you. You feign that our actions have disappointed you. I look at you now, and I can see that they have not. You dread the approach we have taken. You are not ignorant, just as I am not, of how precisely outmaneuvered and predicted every move you have taken against us has been. And you are terrified because this has to be some kind of trick? Some red herring? Your instincts are the foundation that the state unseen, and through them, all of the bottom, are built off of. Of course they are correct. Of course, though, we sit in front of you, our necks bared. This is all according to our plan. We aren't your target after all, the Gestalt is. Of course the Gestalt is. Take the Gestalt, and what can we do? What can we possibly do? How can we have planned for our own deaths? How can we have planned for you to have the tainted empire within your grasp? Of course you want to save us, Firo. Killing us would be our idea, and you're not even here. Not as yourself, anyway.
Oh, very good. I'll also happily treat Eliza's initial speech as being part of this sway roll as well.
Yeah, that was Pog.
All
Pog
right,
monologue.
I'm pushing it.
Are you leading?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Let's see what let's see what our real quick.
Oh yeah, position effect.
Oh, Risky, Risky, you know what, I'll say risky great after, like, again, very good monologues from each of you.
That's yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, go West.
I'm trying to see against the squad that employs the players, okay. Reavers, Fast and Furious. I'm trying to see if we have anything for group actions on our squad.
I don't think you do.
Okay, I thought we did, but
We've
don't.
always chosen against taking them.
All right. So we're each rolling 4d6?
No, everyone rolls
You're each
their
rolling your sway roll.
Okay.
Alright, it's Mouse's
My
special ability to be able to roll other people's things.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's also great because of you got that setup action from earlier.
Yep. I'm just trying to see what my sway roll is. 0. Great.
Don't worry, I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, both of you are very bad at this.
Just get 2 6s.
It's true. No, I'm pushing myself.
I will push myself for an extra dice as well. So it's a 1d6?
Yep.
5.
Right.
Nice.
You spent 2 stress, so Runeera didn't have to take 1.
Wait, so if you both succeed, like, is it like?
We succeeded already.
Yeah.
I just take stress for the amount of failures.
Yeah, although you could still try to pray for a 6.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck it. Okay.
Goddamn.
Well,
Okay.
Risky consequence, baby.
Yes. So I think he starts to chuckle again and says, I should have known bringing you here would have been allowing you to come along would have been a risk, Agent Asadetto. You've seen right through me. And unfortunately, as little personality as much as I've tried to excise the personality from my numbers, this particular one still holds a grudge against you. And I think the lights shift, and it reveals that the person that has been talking to you this whole time is not Firo Fulminaire, as Ruinera correctly guessed. It is instead Agent 56. But not speaking with Agent 56's voice, as you have heard it speak before. It is still the voice of the man on the tape, which is interesting. And I think after the lights shift and Furo says that through Agent 56, Agent 56 smiles and Furo's voice says, "You've convinced me. You are too dangerous to keep alive. I'll bring you back later." And whips out a gun, and you are all suddenly in a desperate position.
All right. Do I do the thing, guys?
I mean, I was gonna lead a struggle group action.
I'll do the thing if you guys want me to, but we can.
I think we do that when we're like on the super back foot.
All right.
How, what's everyone's struggle? Are we all good at this?
Let me switch the music.
Maybe I could lead the struggle.
How much stress do you have? So leading.
I know.
Makes you take the stress.
Okay. I'm done.
I have 6. I actually have 7 open stress
Wait,
boxes.
That's not what I wanted. Oh, I see what.
I want to lead it because I have show the way.
I see. Yep.
No, what's that do for everybody?
Everyone that participated takes +1 dice on their next roll if our result is 4 to 5 on the group
Yeah,
action.
you should lead that. That's a good ability that I don't think you've used yet.
So I have 3 in finesse and 1 struggle. I feel like it would be more efficient to like do a finesse roll, like secretly draw
Right.
a pistol.
Yeah, you don't have to participate in a group action if you don't want to. However, it is exciting.
It can just be Ruinera and Eliza, and also that means we're functioning as a small squad, so we're engaging these people on equal footing.
Wait, can I use reflexes to act first as a setup action for the group action that they're doing after?
Yes, you can.
Awesome. Hell yes.
That's sick.
That is, baby.
All right.
Reminder that you are still currently tied to chairs, but this is the genre that we're in. Like, if you have ways to get out of this, I am listening with open ears.
I have a question, Eric, Wyatt. Are the handcuffs electronic?
Or
are they just mundane?
So I do need to treat these guys with a certain degree of respect as they are tier 5. I don't know if they would make it as easy for you as that to get out. Like, they know you're a powerful thaumaturge, so I don't know if they would do electronic handcuffs.
That's fine.
I've been imagining, like, you guys, like, zip tied to the backs of your chairs.
Oh,
like
okay.
your wrists zip tied and your legs zip tied to the front legs.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm trying to figure out how you break out a zip
Yeah, I
tie.
know it is difficult.
Yes.
We're in chairs, right?
Yeah, you can like knock the chair over for sure.
We're sitting on the other side of a table.
This is also good potential like flashback territory. There is no table. It's just 3 chairs. Like he has a chair, or I guess it has a chair. Firo through 56 like had a chair, but was pacing most of the time. Also, Eliza, I think you immediately ken that Firo Fulminaire must be some kind of powerful thaumaturge to be able to do what he's been doing.
All right.
Is having like a fingertip secreted like plastic like melting fluid
man.
to
That'd be
too
a two.
campy.
That'd be a 2 stress flashback for sure. Also, I don't know if we've ever seen Ruinera with like that kind of subdermal modification going on.
I was thinking
mean
like
Rev?
I was
Oh, I
thinking
thought-
like
I said
gloves at the
Ruinera,
very
I meant-
least.
What was that?
Yeah,
Peter?
that's fair. Sorry. I was thinking like gloves at the very least, not just like skin, but like it is
Okay.
kind of a lot.
No, I mean, you had friends who could help you with various things. I'll say, let me look at your shit here. Do you have, oh, you only have personnel. I was gonna say, you could, a flashback acquire asset this. I'd be good with that.
Okay, that would be cool.
But, I don't know if you can acquire, you know what? I'd let you spend a personnel to do it, just because, like, it could be asking someone for a favor. Like to borrow these things.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm also just trying to see if there's anything in your sheet that could like could fit under this. I'd be fine because you have I'd
Could I
be fine if
spend-
you want to mark this under burglary gear. If you want to mark burglary gear, I'd allow it. Actually.
Okay, I was gonna also say like, does like shadow like can I like flashback resist? But I guess just marking load is probably fine too. Like that's probably fine. Just marking load, I think makes sense. So I'll do that burglary gear.
Because I disconnected the bot. Because I'm a fool.
Yeah, I think Rev must have some kind of like tech fiber gloves, like with I guess what I was imagining was like a semi-corrosive like plastic melting substance that comes out of the fingertips, and during the conversation these zip ties are slowly being eaten away, and right as he Agent 56 pulls out the gun, Rev shoots up like a cobra, pistol drawn, and tries to put a few bullets into its arm.
Okay, you're not gonna try to free your friends? Just, I mean, like, that's fine. It's just, if we don't want to go through the rigmarole of 2 other ways of breaking out of zip ties.
Can I push myself and use Devil's Footsteps to like make shooting off their zip ties like part of the same like feat of athletics that verges on the superhuman?
Is it... Would you mind terribly if it's instead you, like, just rushing by them with a knife, like, extremely fast?
Yes, that makes a lot more sense. I'm sorry.
I guess you have to mark a blade. Are you okay with that?
That's I still have 4 load to work with. That's
All right.
totally fine.
I
Yeah,
mean, like,
if anything,
this,
yeah.
if this was a manga, it'd be just one panel of like Rev drawn as a vector, just racing by the 2 chairs, like slicing the ties.
No, I like that like 3 times better than like what I said. I just like hadn't gotten there yet.
No worries.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So this is a desperate finesse to
Yes.
put a bunch of shots in his arm and then cut my friends loose.
Yes. And as a note, it would only be cutting their hands loose, but they'll have their hands free to free their feet.
Absolutely. Okay.
Also, it's like specifically because if your feet were zip tied to the chair, you could still sort of stand up. Specifically, your feet have been like sort of wrapped awkwardly around the chair legs, so your ankles are behind them, and then you're zip tied like that, so your like feet are bent forward, so your toes are touching the ground. It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it sounds awful. All right. Setting up for this paw group action. It's a finesse, secretly drawing a pistol, a desperate action. Is this springing a trap?
I don't think so, because it isn't really a trap. It's just you. It is taking it by surprise. I don't know if I call this a trap though.
Okay. Gotcha. This is a setup action, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I don't need to mess around with all this with all this power gaming stuff.
Desperate setup action. It's a very good as far as setup actions go. It's great because like you're doing multiple things with it, but I'm fine with that because of the all your various bonuses.
Awesome, cool.
Also, make sure to mark XP in prowess because you're doing a desperate action.
Heck yes. I think that's just 5d6 if I push myself.
Only 5d6.
Just a simple 5d6. Let's do it. 6.
There's a 6.
Baby.
Yeah, you do exactly as we described. The shots, I think, let's see, what's a cool way? I think Agent 56 is more startled than wounded as, like, you pull out the gun and it pivots in reaction and lifts an arm in front of its face. And the bullets, like, ricochet off of the metal that its arm is made of.
Oh.
But you distracted it for a moment. And are able to free the hands of Ruinera and Eliza.
All right, baby, it's struggle time. 46. That's
All right.
Oh,
Oh.
46.
Pog.
Right. I was
So there's a
leading
lot
this
of other people around, right?
No, it's only you three and Agent 56 in the room. You don't know about outside of the room, but in the room is only you four.
I was leading this group action, wasn't I?
Yeah, you are. So you
2d6.
Do you,
This-
wait, hold on.
This would have been... also didn't let me give the position of effect, which would have been desperate great.
Oh.
Hog?
Well, unless you want... Well, it would be... Wait. I mean, the effect doesn't matter, because you got a crit. But I suppose you could have made it... it's all bungled now. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just roll, Eliza.
Should I
Well,
push myself again?
Don't you have 4 in struggle?
I have 2 in struggle.
Oh, you have 4 in battle.
Yes.
I mean, you've already... Don't push yourself. You've already done it.
Yeah, you don't suffer any consequences. You can't.
You might
possibly.
take 1 stress, but
Nice.
you're pushing yourself. You're spending 2 stress to not take 1 stress.
Okay, alright. So, Liz nods to Ruinera, and what she's going to do
It's
is
another
now that...
6.
Yeah. What she does, now that her hands are free, immediately she jumps on the opportunity, barrels herself forward, catches her hands against the ground, and swings her body to try and take out the agent's legs.
Oh, you do like a handstand chair kick?
Yeah, kind of like a weird sort of like side swiveling breakdance
Yeah,
kick.
more like a... Yeah, right. You use your hand, like, to pivot your body. Got it. That's very cool.
So just for the legs, and Ruinera can probably go for the elbow drop if he wants, or whatever Ruinera wants to do.
Yeah, what's the
I know what
crit here?
Ruinera does. So Eliza trips him. Ruinera just like catches her eye and eye contact and nods, so she rolls out of the way as he swings out his shotgun, pumps it, and shoots the heavy chassis in the ceiling that was holding the lighting
I'm
fixture.
sorry, but I don't think you have a shotgun on you. Like, I'm a fine for like concealed weapons and stuff. I don't know if you were
All
searched
right.
thoroughly, but your gear is not here right now.
Find
Like
demolition tools marked as he throws a grenade into the chassis, explodes it, and it falls on Agent 56.
All right, you were keeping that grenade in like some weird. But we don't need to worry about where Ruiner was keeping that grenade.
Video game pocket space.
Yeah.
So yeah,
down his
Ruiner's been to
pants.
prison.
huge lighting fixture chassis falls on Agent 56.
Ruinera
After
replaced
that-
his balls with the grenade long ago.
One down, one to go. And let me think. I think he approaches, and
Okay, well, before anything else happens, give me a chance to describe things then.
yeah,
So-
no problem.
This all happened so fast. Rev, so I guess Rev is also concealing a gun, but it's fine. Rev shot, freed you all. In the brief moment where it was stunned, Eliza swings around, knocks it to the ground. It, like, expected you to throw the grenade at it and went to shoot it out of the air, but the bullet misses because it miscalculated the trajectory. The bullet goes up, explodes the lighting fixture, falls on it, and yeah, I mean, you crit, so it's under there. It does not immediately have a reaction, and then you walk forward.
Ruinera just like squats down next to its head, and he says, "Next bird should have taken the shot." And then he stands back up and he begins twisting part of the chassis off, and just wrapping it around one of his fists to use his brass knuckles.
Wow.
I believe it is time for us to leave. He looks at the other two.
I think by this point, Liz has borrowed Rev's knife to cut herself free, cut her
It's,
legs
like,
free.
starting to struggle out. And I think it says something to you, Renner. What's it say? Agent, if I cannot kill you, I will see you stand by my side again.
I believe they call me Lungworm, not Agent.
I don't think it has a response to you for that, and then yeah, everyone's freeing themselves, etc.
Fuck out of Dodge! Come on.
Yeah.
Can I? Can I? I guess. Can I mark? Can I mark? Where is it? Remote vehicle control and roll a destroy.
Yes, I think the effect is going to be like 0 or very limited, that you may be able to push up in some way, but the place where you are underground is very difficult for signals to go in and out. Like, I think you pull it out and look at it and there's no immediate reception.
Ooh, okay. Then I'm not gonna mark remote vehicle control.
Okay.
I don't pull it out, and there isn't no reception.
Oh, that's fine, you pull it out, but narratively it doesn't matter.
But narratively, it doesn't exist as.
I think you may want to mark it again later. What I'm saying is the camera shows this because the point of the gear is less.
Yeah.
Like, you have all this on you. Yeah. Anyway.
Ruinera looks at Rev, waits for orders. Actually, could I do a flashback real quick
Yes.
to scan for an exit strategy out of this building?
Oh yeah, that's clever. Yeah. I'll say that's a 1. Actually, is that a 0 stress flashback? Let me remind myself specifically of like flashback rules because I don't want to.
Feels like a 1 stress to
It
me.
feels like 1 stress to me also, but you did have the time to do that is I guess the thing, and it's not that but it's not like setting up a ridiculous situation. Flashback. Oh, I forgot they're so far into the book. 0 stress. Ordinary action which you had easy opportunity. See, 1 stress, it says a complex or unlikely opportunity.
I've never been in the building before, and I don't think we had plans to it.
Yeah, but it's just scanning it with your mech.
That's fair. So 0 stress.
Yeah, I think I'll let it be 0 stress. Like, it seems like something you could have done as you were heading toward here, like, very easily.
Well,
I think
let's,
I am going to say that there's a risk to it, though. We'll say in a flashback, it's controlled. And it's a gather information roll, so.
controlled,
Effect.
which
But effect doesn't matter.
means I'm not gonna push it because I can roll it again. Is that easy, baby? Is that easy?
Yeah, okay, so your scanners are, like, pretty alright. They can't fully penetrate this place. I don't think you see too far, into it. And I guess you don't know where you are, in it. But did you, like, download the plans onto, like, an object on your person or something?
Yeah, I'll mark a smartphone.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I just have a smartphone.
Yeah, well, I think they're called wands in this setting. But I think wands are 0 loads. You can just have it on your wand. Yeah, so I think you don't know enough to know where you are explicitly right now, but from your scan, it seemed like there was more that you couldn't, like, penetrate into with whatever, like, laser scanning technology you had. But you do know the rough layout of the, definitely the first and second floors, as well as, like, the first basement floor. So once you're able to ascertain where you are specifically, you will definitely be able to use that information to your advantage.
Oh, you know what? Since I pulled out the remote vehicle control and discovered there's little to no signal, I'm gonna use
No,
this.
that's true.
Runer uses this opportunity to take out his wand, what it's downloaded to, and send it to Eliza and Rev. Now that it's very unlikely that it gets intercepted.
At this point, with the 3 of you having taken this much time in this room, I think the doors burst open as the guards outside who had heard the grenade, like, go off and just, like, waited a moment to see if they could catch you off your guard, burst in. They're wearing, like, Spec Ops Labarum outfits. They're wearing, like, it's basically mostly black with an orange stripe. Where's a cool place to have an orange stripe? On their, I think probably, like, from their shoulder down their right sleeve. And they're both holding assault rifles and wearing helmets, wearing, like, something close to like motorcycle helmets.
Did Eliza get her gas mask taken?
Eliza resisted that, I think. You don't know where whatever gear you brought in that wasn't concealed is, I don't think.
Okay, all right.
So if you want to
Can't-
get your gas
can't
mask back, you have to
resolve
look
that.
for it.
Can't just solve that with Geneva Convention problems, all right?
Can I reflexes to throw a smoke grenade that, like, explodes right as they burst through?
Yeah, sure. You can mark smoke grenade, right? That's a thing on your sheet.
No, I was gonna argue for an unusual weapon.
Okay,
maybe?
I thought smoke grenades were like a thing you can have.
I don't think I see it on my list, but it makes sense
Yeah,
as like
I'm
a
gonna
thing.
delete. I'm very sorry. I love this image. I'm gonna delete it because it's blocking important information.
No worries, that's understandable.
Let's see. Oh, you really can't just mark a smoke grenade, can you?
Ruinera
I'll allow it.
gives his other testicle to Rev.
Unusual weapon is fine.
I could,
Yeah,
like,
it's weird
mark
you
a
can't
new
just
one.
have a grenade. I'm fine to have that under unusual weapon.
Cool. Yeah, it does seem like just like a mundane thing, but it's all good. So how I imagine, I mean, I guess I should actually roll first.
Yeah. So using reflexes. Is this a setup action? What are you trying to do? It sounds like a setup action.
I think it's a setup action so that we can prowl out of here.
Okay. Yeah, that works for me.
Okay, so
You have reflexes, so while it would be desperate, it's risky.
right on. Okay.
Sorry that makes you lose a dice, but you know.
That's okay, that's fine. Yeah, how I imagine this probably at least like goes forward narratively is like Ruinera is like doing is like uploading the math data to Eliza and Rev is like, I know that this is important, but I'm kind of having like I'm like still in like detention mode. I'm kind of like spacing out. And as he like can hear people like barging towards the door, and that's when he probably chucks the grenade. So, little 3d6. Set up for other thing. Okay. I'm gonna spend a spark to make that a 6.
Okay.
For fun.
Yeah, the grenade, like, you threw it before the door opened, right?
Yeah, so like they would like.
Yeah, they burst open the
Yeah.
door and the grenade immediately goes off. And they don't start coughing because they have masks on, but they do. I think one of them makes a sound of alarm, and they don't start shooting at you because they can't see and like are try to barrel forward out of the smoke, but are clearly off their guard and balance if people want to like prowl past them or take them out stealthily with this sudden visual shield you've got up.
I don't have any points in finesse, but could I struggle to disarm one of the guards?
Yeah, you could.
Alright.
This would set up a prowl action as much as a struggle action as much as it would set up a prowl action.
All
Do you want
right.
to lead another struggle? Because that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, I'll lead another struggle to. She's gonna go
you
for
now
one.
have +1d on your next actions, both of you, right? Because of the previous roll.
Yeah.
It's only if you roll a 4 or a 5.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Let me read this.
Yeah, it's 4 to 5.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So
not a crit then.
Position
that's fine.
These are very scary soldiers, and you are fighting them with your. Are you fighting
Bare
them with your bare
hands.
hands?
I'm using the part of the chassis I just bent off.
Liz is
Okay.
using her Tai Chi Kung Fu powers that she's been
All right.
training.
Oh, you're. This is a group action, so this is desperate standard.
Desperate standard. Okay. So I'm gonna roll 2d6 desperate standard to disarm one of the mooks.
And that's why we do desperate.
Oh,
Or that's why we do
okay.
group actions, baby.
Oh.
It wasn't.
I apologize. Oh wow. Okay. I was gonna say, you could have, you had a set of action which you did not apply to the thing, and I was gonna give you the chance to before the rolls happened.
I
but
have
farted out.
carry that weight.
I'll just say this was desperate great, and like you just take them out immediately. What's Carry That Way do here?
When you push yourself, you can push yourself after you see the result of an action roll or a
Once
Okay,
again,
right,
you would be
but
pushing,
you would be spending
using
2 stress to not
to
take
save
1
one.
stress.
Wouldn't I be taking harm if I didn't do this?
No,
No.
the-
No, the
I-
group
I
action,
crit.
the
There's-
result of
there's
the group
no-
action is true for both of you.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. So
that's why they're
I'll-
pogs.
So the
take-
leader takes 1 stress.
I'll take 1 stress. Whoosh.
Yeah, what's this look like? How do you, what does your second crit look like, Ruinera?
I think Eliza just like immediately goes into the smoke bomb and is doing the Tai Chi Kung Fu shit.
Yeah, and this guard immediately, like, goes at her, like, toe-to-toe. Like, they just react immediately, and the two of you have this sick fight in the smoke.
And in the
Fists
background,
barely
in the
missing each
background,
other.
you see Ruinera's just silhouette through the smoke, just slowly approaching, and then all of a sudden, just the chassis swings in, completely takes him out by the head. He goes
just
flying like 4 feet
Pile
down.
driver.
A knee's driven into another agent who's lifted by his collar and thrown against a wall, and then like maybe a nearby table is kicked up sideways and then just sent through like 3 more. Ruinera picks up a shotgun.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
Hands an assault rifle to Liz.
This
All
one,
right.
one of
Going
them had
back
a
to Star
shotgun, the
Wars.
other one had an assault rifle. I'm fine with that.
I really quickly wanted to say I hate going back to Star Wars, but like Ruinera, like fighting guards in the smoke grenade feels a lot like Darth Vader just beating the shit out of rebels.
Oh yeah.
Yes!
Extremely.
Same horror factor.
Rev, what were you doing during this sick fight?
Well, God, no, I should be doing something useful.
He's
I mean, you're the
cheering us on with
infiltrator,
glow
right?
sticks.
Did you scout out ahead?
Oh, wait, that would be a fantastic idea. Yeah, I forget that I can be that quick. Yeah, could I do that with a prowl?
Well, let's just follow the fiction for the moment. You don't have to roll any dice.
Right.
There's no immediate risk.
Yes. Gotcha.
Do you have your camo activated?
I do. As soon as like the smoke grenade goes off, I think he like boots it up.
Okay. As you go out into the hall to like look around with your camo on, you see Chiachi Tidefall pressed up against the wall holding a pistol, like looking around the corner at like the smoke billowing out from the doorway.
And it doesn't seem like she knows Rev is there.
Sorry.
Sorry.
But no, they do not. You're invisible.
So I am. So immediately walking out, does Rev notice anything else, like other guards that have been alerted? Like
no one. Actually, I think if you look past Chiachi slightly down, like a ways down the hallway, I think you do see a body lying on the ground.
Nice.
Oh,
Noise.
that's okay. Like the body of like one of these like foul.
Presumably, I think it's too far away for you to see, but you see like a pair of legs sticking out from like where a corner turns.
Okay, that changes what I think Rev does.
Also, I just want to say, Eliza, I think, again, as the person who is the most psychic here, I think you can assume that despite the fact that he was controlling Agent 56 from afar, Furo Fulminaire is probably still in this building. Even a very powerful thaumaturge would have to be fairly close by to be able to do something like that. Just wanted to give you that.
I want to do something.
Okay. Well, let's let Ruinera. Ruinera. Let's let Rev do something first. I just wanted to say that before I forgot about it. Because I wanted to make it clear that it's not like, I don't know, he could be anywhere. No, he's probably in this building.
Can I transmit like text to speech to people? Can Rev? Is that a thing that like Wands can do? Like I basically send Chiachi a string of text and like their wand like or slash
You can just
transceiver.
text. I don't know if you have Chiachi's number. I mean, there's probably a short range situation with flashback to getting Chiachi's number. Hey, I know my friend kind of killed a bunch of people in front of you, and it kind of traumatized.
A night of really, really heavy drinking. Never mind. I'm not gonna finish that.
I really like the thought.
I'm fine with short range transfer. We just saw that happen with Ruinera sending the other two of you stuff without needing to connect to a central network. So I guess wands have some kind of peer-to-peer local connection that you can do. I think the only thing is your wand wouldn't be camouflaged. So if you pulled it out, they would see that. I think. I assume normally it's kept like in a pocket inside of your stealth outsuit, so it doesn't just stick out.
That makes
the same
sense.
with your gear with the rest of your gear in general. I love this plan you've got going. You could also just go behind them and then text them, so like be out of their range of vision.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Sorry, because I was originally just gonna pull out the blicky and start shooting, but now it seems like they maybe have other motivations. I think Rev, just kind of weasels past them into the other room, and then from there probably just texts them it's Rev. Kind of shortens it all.
Wait, you go into a room?
Or just whatever is behind, just the space behind her. Okay. Honestly, is all.
Damn.
Yeah.
Their wand rumbles, and they look out at the smoke. Presumably at this point, Ruinera and Eliza are coming out, unless Eliza is staying in that room to do the thing that she was about to do.
She's gonna follow him out. Well, okay. First of all,
you doing a thing in this room would be a good excuse for you not to be in this scene, I'll say.
Ruinera's definitely doing something in this room, so.
Okay. I should say, the longer you stay in this room, the more likely I'm going to have Agent 56, who isn't defeated yet, free itself and start fighting you again.
That's the point.
I'm guessing that Agent 56 has full control of its own faculties now?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
so...
The moment it started fighting you, that was clear. The lag was gone. That clearly wasn't Furo.
Alright, so... Now that Furo is no longer in a tin can host, she is going to leave the room. There's no reason to stay behind here.
Okay. Okay, so... I'm just trying to get this all chronologically sorted. Chiachi sees you come out and quickly presses their back up against the wall. They're like... Do you text them a second time, Rev?
I'm guessing that they don't respond?
Well, they haven't immediately responded because they moved to press up against the wall. It's just funny to me if their wand rumbles again.
I think Rev does text them back.
It's Rev and then
friend question mark.
Their one rumbles again. They turn and look, quickly pull it out, look at it, blink at it several times, look around. I'll say at this point you could have gone invisible again, put your wand away so they don't see you, but it's just comedically funny if they look right at you and don't see anything.
Talk about cat and mouse, am I right?
And I think texts back. Well, they text back, "Where are you?" and then hear your wand rumble. And squint. And then we can cut back to the other two. Unless, if you... if you want your wand to have been on silent, that's fine. But I think this is funny.
I agree.
From
I'm fine.
a scene
that,
framing perspective.
that is funny. I like that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, thing I wanted to do?
Yeah.
Alright, my thing is I want to roll channel to see if I can pinpoint where exactly Firo might be
For
here.
sure. This is risky limited.
Where is it, girl?
Risky, limited. Do I drop that down to desperate to increase the
Yeah,
effect?
you can make it desperate standard.
Oh, Liza dies. It dies.
I think I will.
All right,
I want
cool.
the I want the XP. Roll 3d6 channel.
Yeah, Wyatt is stingy with that good.
Oh,
6.
nice. 6. Dang. Okay. Oh. What does this look like? So I think what clues you into this is you can sort of feel there's almost a the residue is sounds gross to say, but some
Sounds
kind of,
apt though.
yeah, some kind of psychic residue around Agent 56 that you can sort of follow with your brain, and it leads sort of upward in a trail, like you can sort of follow it mentally, and it grows, the presence you feel grows stronger in a specific direction, and I think it is a direction pinpointing at a specific room on the second floor of this facility. How do you... This was a desperate roll. How do you avoid, like, the psychic counterattack that is fired off at you the moment Furo notices that you've pinpointed his location? Like, he feels your presence.
I have an idea. We're in a very technological hallway, right?
Yeah, it's very sterile, I'd say. Like, it's a lot of white corridors.
But are there like sort of electronic panels behind the walls and stuff?
Yeah, in some places, yeah, for sure.
I think she's gonna run up, or she's gonna move up to one of them, press her hand against a wall, and she is going to sort of use one of the, she's gonna use like one of the electric roots as a sort of lightning rod to throw him off her trail.
That's clever. I like that.
So basically, he's gonna follow it back to her, but
Yeah.
it's just gonna lead into a dead end.
Yeah, he brain
then-
blasts the wall panel instead of you.
So it shorts out.
Yeah, the lights
And-
flicker in the surrounding area. Chiachi, like, pulls out their gun, looks around wildly.
Today, my GM said, he brain blasts the wall panel.
I mean, that's what happened.
So,
Shut up. Shut up, Wyatt. Quit while you're ahead.
So after this, she's gonna move towards the others and say,
Well, which
found
way?
this-
Because your friends are in two
Ruin
different
arrows and
directions. Do you say
56
this? Do you aim?
Rev and Chachi.
Do you go towards Ruinera or Rev?
I think I'm gonna go towards Rev because Ruinera's,
Okay.
or no, not Rev. Sorry, I'm gonna go
Okay,
towards
I
Ruinera.
was so excited to have Chachi spin around and point the gun at you.
I think she's gonna move. As fun as that would be, I would love that, but
No, it's fine.
because Rev is doing some sneaky,
Yeah.
and she doesn't want to interfere with that. She's gonna move towards Ruinera and say, "Well, I found her snake. He's up on the second floor. We need to move quickly."
What was Ruinera doing? Well, Eliza was doing her brain hunty thing, and Rev was being a goofy cartoon cat.
Ruinera is holstering the shotgun in like a sling on his back and approaching Agent 56.
Yeah, okay.
He looks at it and says, "Your body is made of steel, just as my mind was. It is more malleable than you think." And I would like to roll sway.
Oh, interesting. Okay. This is Desperate Limited, I think.
What's a devil's bargain?
Let me look at my list of potential things that could happen here. Oh, I'm going to make a, the agents find Orson clock and ticket once.
I'll take it.
Okay. I'm gonna make it 6-step. I was planning earlier on making it 4, but you got a tier 3 capsule, and I want to reward you for that. So having the ticks be the tier times 2 makes sense to me. If it was tier 2, then it'd be 4 ticks.
Yeah.
So ticking that once.
I'm gonna push this sway for an extra dice.
Extra dice, not effect.
Oh, effect would make it so it just wins immediately,
Well,
huh?
you need great to make it win immediately, but
Yeah.
if Eliza wants to assist here also, that could.
It's at limited. Hold on. Great. Can I?
Yo.
Was that you for Robert?
I ninja AFK'd.
Oh, okay. Did you hear the thing that Ruinera said then?
I did not. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine. I bring it up because you may wish to assist here because Ruinera is currently trying to sway Agent 56.
Oh, yeah. I'll help. Why not?
Eric, do you mind repeating what Ruinera said for?
So he walks up to Agent 56, holstering the shotgun in a sleeve on his back as he says,
Oh, I heard that.
"Your body is made of steel, just as my yeah, that stuff."
Yeah, I heard that.
This could the reason why I bring up Eliza assisting is because based on based on what Eliza knows about psychic powers and Agent 56 having its brain invaded, there may be something you can do or say here that would definitely count as an assist.
Yeah. All right. I think tapping into the empath that she isn't actually is. Those were words.
Yeah.
I think she draws from Ruinera's intent and sort of imparts it in a very empathic way
Cool.
to Agent 56.
Yeah, this is a thing we've seen you do before. I like that.
All right, so I do the push to raise it to
How many
standard.
beliefs
He has
do you
2.
have with 2?
2, yeah.
Read them for us again, why don't you? It's been a little
Wait,
while.
this is Ruinera's, right?
But this is
Or
Eliza
is it
helping Ruinera.
Yeah.
Right, so it's your beliefs. Do you also have 2? No, you just have 1.
Yeah. All right.
What's that one
So-
belief? I'm curious. I haven't heard it in a while. I could go
It's
with it,
It's a pretty outdated one considering everything they've been
Okay.
through.
but you guys gotta cut loose together again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut loose so that I can
I
change
do-
some of
The
these.
thing is I kind of like it still being sort of a residual belief, you know?
Yeah.
Like in a how far we've come sort of way.
So her belief with him was that she's doubtful he's simply here as support. She's got to be careful what she tells him.
That's fun. Yeah, okay, so spend 1 stress, and you are making this Desperate Great Runner.
Yes, Desperate Great, using the push and the assist with the collateral die, increasing it by 1.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright.
No 6s.
Hold up. Simulation. You can decide what position appropriate consequence you set run 4 to 5s with action rolls. The GM will make it fit the narrative.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Can you give me a list of desperate consequences?
Yeah, let me post my particular list. The very short thing is multiple less bad consequences, 3 ticks on a clock, taking level 3 harm.
Could I do a level 1 harm on Ruinera and 2 ticks to the Find Orson clock?
Yes.
'Kay.
What do you think that level 1 harm is? Because this is the interesting situation of like it hurts you, but also your words get through.
I think Ruinera like reaches down to help it up, and it grabs his hand, but it's obviously not like a comrade, and it just
Right.
crushes his finger bones a little bit out of contempt.
Yeah, sure, bruised fingers, and it gets up and its face sort of blank, but there's a slight there's like a slight glimpse of emotion there as it looks between the two of you, and says,
Oh, I've got a good line.
yeah, okay, yeah,
Uh,
you can say something before it says
so-
something.
So as I see the glimpse of emotion, Ruinera just goes, Fido gave you away 56 with that comment on emotion. And then he turns and just starts walking out.
It like raises a gun at you as you walk out and doesn't shoot. And you like, do you just ignore the gun? Because I love that.
yeah,
Like, see,
yes,
yeah,
of
points
course
a gun
he
at
does.
you. You just walk out. It doesn't shoot. It looks at the gun as it in its hands, and I think the camera lingers on its metal hands. And then it cuts to the two of you walking out.
Is the hand trembling or is it
Yeah,
steady?
I think one of them is slightly shaky.
That's nice. So Liz,
I love rivals.
yeah, so Liz lets her eyes.
Mark 1 XP, and also mark down to write down a new belief for Agent 56. It didn't hurt you at all, right?
Level 1 harm.
Oh, I didn't use any of its rival moves. I'm a fool.
You
I
fool!
got too caught up in what was going on. It's fine.
So yeah, Liz doesn't say anything. Her eyes linger on 56 a moment longer, and she turns and follows Ruinera out. And as they're out in the hallway, and they're walking probably fast, they're doing the quick walk, she says, "We don't have much time, but we found the snake. We can put an end to this right now."
Ruinera just like the veil of stoicness that he had just been supporting this entire time just cracks briefly, and he says, "Wonderful. I have very few bluffs left for them to call."
I just thought of a great way to spend these rival moves, if you don't mind, even though you've already defeated it.
You're the GM.
And you can resist. I'm only going to spend 3. You can resist this part ways if you want. I think, despite the fact that it's not willing to kill you, I think it
Still
took
wants to brutally
something.
maim.
What?
Still wants to brutally maim.
No, nothing like that. I think it managed to take something off of you. Maybe it just stole your wand, or it, like, cloned information from it or something. Because as it turns away and lowers the gun, it pulls out a walkie-talkie and is looking at this information and now knows where you buried Orson, and I'm going to fill this clock.
I mean, so it fills twice, not 3 times, because I am going to resist. As
Okay.
ever being one step ahead, the last piece of information says, "Hello, 56."
Yeah, no, I love that's partly why I wanted to do this, is because I love letting you be able to do that again, because it's great every time.
This is resisting with 2 dice.
This would be probably resisting with insight.
Yep, which I have 2 dice in. I have
Okay.
2 dice in everything.
Okay.
I just rolled. Oh no,
You
not
have
resolve.
1 in resolve. So yeah, roll 2d6. 4. So take 2 stress. And I'm bringing this down 1. But yeah, make sure you mark 1 XP for defeating your rival and 2 beliefs.
No problem.
Because now, that's the thing, I used a rival move on you, which means you get another belief. Okay, let's hop back over to Rev at this point. Rev, your phone rumbles, but then the lights trickle. Trickle? I meant to say flicker. I don't know why I said trickle. The lights flicker, and Chiachi is briefly distracted by that. What do? You have reflexes here. Pita?
God damn it! Sorry, I was muted.
That's okay.
I was really going into it. Anyways, Rev sent 2 texts, so he knows that it's on vibrate. He tries to use the second one to like deliberately mislead them. That's not like a role, it's like narratively. And when they like whip around to try and get a read on where he is, I think Rev is going to come up behind them like Deus Ex style and like not quite choke her out, but like put her or choke them out, but put them in a hold, and then put a gun to their head.
Yeah, this is let's see. I think this is I think this is definitely great effect. I think this is risky great.
Risky great. Okay.
You're invisible. Yeah, risky great makes sense to me. That's my gut feeling.
Okay. What would the Devil's Bargaining look like here?
Tick that fine Orson clock one more time. I want them to find Orson because that's exciting to me.
That is exciting, but can I push this down to desperate by trying to also get their pistol like out of their hand, like get them to like drop their pistol?
Yeah, okay. You know what? It maybe should have been risky standard to begin with. So yeah, I'm fine to make it desperate great, and that extra thing is like you getting their pistol from them.
Okay.
Rev just like slowly walking up to a crew member before his stunts, handing them a gun and saying, "Try and shoot me. It'll make me better at what I'm doing."
Sure. That gives us 46.
All right. 46 desperate great. Oh, I can delete this now. I don't need this anymore.
I probably always try and do too much with my actions. Can I try to make this a setup for like a sway?
I think just maybe have it be what it is, and I'll tick their.
You're right.
times. You can sway next.
You're right. Okay. I'm just gonna push myself then, because this is a desperate, and I do not want to take a desperate to the face. It's fine.
Okay.
So 5d6. Thank you. I hope I hope this isn't a bunch of. Anyways.
Wow.
Oh, there it is.
Is sixes.
Damn, I was so excited for. Oh well, it's fine.
I'm sure it'll still happen.
Oh, okay, there we go. Roll 20 first for a second. You get the drop on them. You do exactly what you were looking for. And Chiachi goes, maybe that, I don't know if that came through. They make the tisk sound, which is, but I don't know who that picks up. But the subtitles of this anime would say tisk. And they say, hold on, gotta find their voice. They're kind of like grumpy. Friends don't point guns at each other, you know.
Rev kind of like lets out a sigh of relief and says, "Well, you won't exactly respond to my texts."
Oh, Wyatt.
Uh-huh.
Do I take new belief per rival move and then one for defeating it?
It's
to the
2
total?
beliefs. It's only one from each thing per mission.
Okay, gotcha.
So you should probably be at 3 at this point? Or
Yep,
does
I
it
am
roll
at
over?
3. I'm at 3.
Okay. So yeah, next time you fight them, it'll roll over and you'll get another XP. Yeah, so Chiachi says, it could have been a trap for your friends to come around the corner. Not that it wasn't a trap anyway. What are you doing here, Rev?
I think Rev probably at this point lets them go and hands them back their gun. Well,
They're very confused about this, but like, don't immediately shoot you, because this is all very strange.
Rev says, we're not exactly in a time and place for an honorable duel. We're deserters, and they want us dead.
Huh. Okay. Well, tell me what you know about the Tainted Empire and about the stuff that it can do. You were here, right? You must have learned something. That's why you're here, right?
Sorta. We're doing a prisoner exchange. Firo got some of our people. They wanted the Tainted Empire in return. Of course, none of this went according to anyone's plan.
Yeah, that sounds like a mess. Taking friends hostage.
Look, I'm not sure who you're working for, but it's got to be better than these fucks. Tainted Empire, psychic alien lava. Very well-meaning, pro-humanistic.
Psychic alien. It is an alien, I knew it!
I am appalled. I'm appalled at how quickly they reconciled with that. Psychic alien lava, very humanistic.
I mean, these are all, the psychic thing and the lava thing are things they already kind of knew. An alien is why they're here. So, it's them getting their...
That's fair.
They already thought this might be true. And, like, they'll probably, when the adrenaline isn't racing through them anymore, they'll probably have, like, a longer think about this whole situation. But right now, they nod and say, and what are they trying to do with it?
Rev, like, just kind of, like, nervously but hurriedly because of the adrenaline, like, scratches his head and he's like, I think he wanted to revive all the dead people and create some kind of dystopian utopia. I'm not really sure. Kind of spaced out.
That sounds like it's too crazy for you to just have made up a lie on the spot. So, okay. We can work together for now. Let's deal with our own shit later. I take it there's nothing useful in that room you just came out of?
There is an arguably still alive android.
Yeah, I don't want to go in there then.
Yeah, no, it's all good. My one of my crews got a rough plan of the building. We're trying to get out of here as fast as possible. The Tainted Empire, Orson, whatever he is, I think they're looking for him.
Okay. Well, we'll probably have to split up at some point. If you're not looking for the person in charge of this place. But that's fine, we can move together for now.
Chiachi, they might not be here. We just spent, like, 20 minutes.
I think this is a good moment for Eliza and Rhaenyra to come around the corner.
Yeah. Yes.
Is Rev out in the open?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
Rev is
just
on set.
standing in the hallway
Okay.
talking to each other.
Great,
Eliza
great.
can definitely overhear Rev saying, we don't know if he's here.
So we don't see Rev.
No, you do. They're just standing there talking.
Okay,
It's
good.
around. They're around the corner, so you would hear
All right.
them before you see them.
All right, so Liz turns around the corner and she keeps walking, assault rifle in hand, says, "Hey, you found Firo. You coming?" As she passes right by.
Wait, what? He is here.
Is that the guy in
All right.
charge?
Yeah, we spent like 20 minutes talking to like an android like puppet thing, and I thought he wasn't here, but apparently he is.
I think she stops at the edge of another corner with her assault rifle kind of shouldered as she peers around it. Yep, second floor. Pretty close by my estimates.
Well, let's go brain the
All right.
bastard.
Yeah, let's
Unless
go.
you're. Oh, okay, awesome, good. I wasn't sure if you had some kind of strange diplomat. Yeah, let's go fucking brain the fool.
No, I'm just trying to get info
Runera-
out of him.
Runera looks at the three of them and say, "I trust is something you can handle with the three of you. I would like to delay their location efforts."
Liz glances back to Ruinera, and I think they've built enough of a camaraderie by this point that she nods.
Well, with all
For-
due respect to Liz, Scafander is the commander.
Well, she nods. She's okay with this.
I think Chiachi looks at you, Ruinera, and pales slightly and takes a step back and says, "You're the fucker that took out that entire building with a shotgun, aren't you?"
Runera looks at Chiachi and says, "But I am not the android in the previous room." He then looks at everyone else and just like the sweeping gaze and says, "Which is no longer a problem, by the way." He looks back at Chiachi and says, "I do sign autographs."
They narrow their eyes at you.
Rev is pretty quick to say, yeah, he's a good guy. Trust me, we've all been through a lot. If you want the full story, we'll do it over beers after we get out of here."
Runera sighs afterwards and says, "Rev, I appreciate where you're coming from with the comedic timing, but I feel like I still don't have it quite right." He just gives a smile.
I think Chiachi like looks at you out of the corner of their eye, Rev, and says, "If you think the two of us are gonna go out drinking before any time before the war's over, you're sorely mistaken, buddy."
Runera's looking at Rev. Rev's gotta respond to this.
Rev says, "Fine, I get it. I'm a deserter. I can't be friends with everyone. I understand, but
We
right
still have
now
to
it
prove who
seems
the best pilot is."
Rev like smile. It's like a half eye roll, half smile. But he says, "Look, I'll get you that honorable duel, but right now we're both hunting the guy that I assume wants us both dead."
Yep, let's go. Well, I don't know if he knows about. He shouldn't know about me. I've been pretty sneaky, especially with you guys to thank for throwing this whole place into chaos. And I think at this point, like, they turn and start following Eliza, and as the four of you are walking, they start like giving you what information they have, which is like, yeah, the moment you guys got caught, I saw a whole bunch of them leave and scatter out in the jungle, which made it a lot easier to sneak through here. The building's still occupied. I had to get by a bunch of people on the way down here, but their guards are a skeleton crew of what they could be. What are they looking for? Do you know?
Liz exchanges a glance with Rev. Probably the Empire.
That's right. They're looking for Orson. We sort of put him in a little.
Wait, the Empire's just outside. I saw it out there.
Well, not all of it.
The
Ah,
lava is making a
clever.
capsule.
Yeah, that's the
Put the
Tan
alien
Empire.
in another place.
That's right. That's his Sunday best. We sort of put him in jammies and let him roam around a bit.
Maybe they snort at that.
He's got a little onesie.
Runeera just goes off to do his thing.
Oh, well, so okay. Ruinera, I don't know if you know like the way out of here right now.
He's
'Cause
not.
you're-
He's not trying to leave yet.
What?
He's not trying to leave yet.
Okay. So as the group of you are like going down corridors, you just split off and don't say anything.
No, he asked for permission to try and work against them finding Orson.
Right. Okay. That doesn't. Okay. I think Chiachi says, "Isn't Orson outside? Where are you going?"
I would like to do a flashback.
Okay.
Ruinera expected to get captured, and all of his fine demolition tools are in his pack, awaiting detonation, so that he can roll wreck to cause seismic activity to throw off their investigation.
Oh, okay. So your backpack is just like sitting under a tree somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, spend 1 stress for that.
I'm playing Batman.
This is risky standard.
All right. What is a devil's bargain?
Good question. Devil's bargain is I put you all in a desperate position again as your location is discovered by like more of these guards.
Yeah, no thanks. I'll
Okay.
just roll the 3d6. Or 3d6 desperate great.
Okay.
Am I on crack today, guys?
You might be on crack.
Of course.
No guts, no glory, though, right?
All right, desperate great, Wyatt.
Yeah. Mark XP.
The age-old adage: don't be a bitch.
It's true.
That's a
That's
6.
a 6.
Oh my gosh. Ruinera is cracked.
You like blow up a couple of them, I think. It's a very large explosion.
Kabam!
And, like, it sends them into chaos as they run around and like try to figure out like is someone shooting at them? What's happening? And definitely throw off their hunt.
Ruinera's just like fiddling with his little tools as he says, "Oh no, where is it? We thought we were so close. Why did that tree?"
It's very good. Let me switch. Been listening to this song for a while. Let me switch.
God, never punish.
Never, never, ever. How many 6s have you rolled today?
I crit and then I crit and then I got a 5.
All right, you did fail at 1 roll.
I also rolled a regular success on the sway against what's his name, Fierro,
Yeah.
and then the 6 there.
All right. Still a higher than average amount of 6s.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, nice. Okay, so are you now going to try to like get through this building and try to get
Yeah.
to where Fierro is? Okay. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna make it a 6-step clock to get to Fierro, then I'm gonna make a 4-step clock, like you're discovered, basically. Have this be just a little pair of racing clocks. Not that you being discovered will make it impossible to get to Fierro, but it'll definitely put things on higher alert. Alright, what are y'all doing?
Group
I
action.
yeah. Should we group action a prowl roll?
Should we? Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds correct.
That would be great. I have expertise prowl.
I have no dice.
Who would like to lead it?
Wait, Ruiner doesn't have
Uh,
any points in Prowl?
Nope. All struggle and wreck,
I
baby.
forgot how bad of a spy you are.
he's a good exploder.
Yeah, I always imagine Ruinera as like a cool sneaky spy in my head, despite the fact that you're not at all.
Nah, he's just a dude. really, really big muscles and good gun
Yeah.
sense.
Runeair is more like a Death Note character than like a spy, I
Yeah.
think. In a good way.
No, I understood.
So who's leading this prowl roll?
If I lead it, I
Ruiner is sneaky when there's chaos occurring around him.
I think
Yeah.
Eliza should always be leading our group actions.
Yeah.
Because of carry that weight, right? How much stress do you have to work with?
I have 5 stress left.
Ruiner has 2 left. Rev has 0. Rev has spent no stress.
Oh no, I meant to mention this. My last push, I scarred out, but I will not stop ever. So I
Oh,
didn't.
we should
I-
have probably... Okay, when that happens, it's still like a thing. It still should be like a narrative moment. That's you gaining a new scar.
That's true.
I wish
Yeah,
you'd said
that's-
something, but it's fine.
Yeah, I should have. I was gonna say if I lead it, I have I can only take 1 stress max because of expertise. No matter how many failed rolls there are. I don't know if that's
Oh no, yeah,
maybe-
and absolutely.
Okay.
Rev should lead it.
Okay.
All right, here's Ruiner tripping over all the tables after we get the position in effect.
Expertise is very good. Yeah. Let's see. You're sneaking. So this is... I think... You're sneaking as a group, but also you're all individually good at sneaking.
I'm not.
That's true. That's true. Eliza's not. Wait, no. Neither's Ruinera. I think... I think this might be risky limited. I'm sorry. Actually, no, wait. This is a tier 5 base. It should be limited as the base no matter what anyway.
Risky zero.
No,
The-
it's not.
the
not
fable
zero.
of
Only
fact?
very bad things are 0, and you can,
Hold
you
on,
can still sneak.
If we're sneaking through a base, does that count as bypassing security measures? Because we're sneaking?
Yes, you're not affected by tier?
Yes.
Okay, risky standard then.
It's that easy, baby.
It's that easy.
Also, you already got a full success, right? That was Ruinera's...
No, that was
oh,
his
no,
sway.
no, that's the earlier roll. Okay.
Oh no, that or
I
wreck.
thought Eric did that thing that he does again, where he just...
Well, I said I'm
shotguns.
waiting. I said I'm waiting.
Okay. Okay, this
Um,
is risky standard then.
yes. 2d6, I think, is all I got. That's
Alright.
That's a
fine.
fail.
Oh.
Also
Wow.
a fail. Come on, Liz.
All right.
2d6 take the lowest from Eliza, right?
Yep. 2d6 take the lowest.
I'm gonna
Right.
spend a spark to resist whatever this is, because it should, well, maybe not.
Well,
Maybe
no,
it's cool.
it's me ticking the discover clock twice.
Oh, okay. Can I
We're not
still
sneaky.
spend my spark to resist a, or maybe
If you want
this.
to.
You know what? Finding Orson is cool and exciting. I'm not gonna resist it.
Oh no, it's us getting discovered.
Yeah, this is you getting discovered.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I am gonna spend
Okay.
that spark to resist it.
Untick it by 1. Alright, so... The two of you, like, make your way down the halls. I feel like Eliza and Ruinera, like, nearly blunder into the, sightlines of security cameras, like, twice. And each time Chiachi and Rev, who are good at this, like, barely stop them.
Carrying so hard.
Chiachi just being like, how did you fucking... I thought you guys were good at this. Until eventually, like, I think you managed to get up a floor, up to where, like, the map starts actually working, and right as you do that, like, you see a pair of guards walking in your direction, heading for the staircase that you were going up. What do you all do?
Ruinera looks at Rev, Eliza, and Chiachi, and he says, "We could always split up, and Eliza and I could do what we did back down in the waiting room." And he takes the shotgun off of his back and pumps it.
If we make a noise here, you two could slip around, you know?
He nods.
I think that's a good plan. And then we've got you two on catching Olsen. I like that.
All right, and
So, I should say it should be. It's probably weird to you, Ruinera. I think everyone else thinks Agent 56 is dead because you said you took care of it. But for you specifically, it's surprising that like it hasn't pulled an alarm on you. Like the state of security right now is as if no one knows that you're not all still down there talking to Firo
yeah,
via 56.
ordinarily that would surprise Ruinera if this wasn't all going according to
Yeah,
plan.
no, I just want to make that clear. Like the
Yeah,
reason
no,
why
I got you. I
they're
got
not on
you.
higher alert is for that reason.
And Ruinera looks at Liz and waits for her to do the honors.
Am I leading another group action?
I think you are, honey.
Yeah,
Struggle?
It's like a lot of group actions going on.
Alright. Okay, leading the group action to struggle. I think what she's going to do is she's going to wait for an opportunity, because the guards are they just standing still, or are
No,
they
they're
moving?
heading straight. The reason why this is a difficult situation, a risky situation, is they're heading straight to the stairwell that you all are currently walking up. So there's no
All right.
way, like the only way to not get seen by them would be to go back down the stairwell and find somewhere to hide until they're through.
Alright, so
Or
they are
you
coming
just
down
go
the
fight them. Yes.
So they're coming down the stairwell.
Yes.
I think what she's going to do is wait around the corner if there's a hidey spot.
Yeah, the
And
door.
she's
There's probably a bit where like the door opens and you would be behind the door.
Mhm. I think on the signal she's going to rifle butt the nearest one in the face with the back end of her assault rifle.
Where's Ruinera standing, like as part of
So-
this?
So Ruinera looks up. Are there any ceiling grates?
I don't
Or
like.
maybe he's just
I
like,
think what it is there are like drop panel ceilings.
yeah, I gotcha.
So if you
So,
want to go up, that I think you'd have to mark some. I don't think you can just like jump up there with your
Yeah.
regular human capabilities.
So just to frame where we are, it's like a stairwell,
Yeah, you're in a stairwell currently.
and we're on the stairs, and they're coming
Yes.
down.
I assume Rev and Chiachi go like hide a short ways down as the two of you perform this action.
Yes, correct.
I think. What the fuck is Ruinera gonna do? Thank God he's better at this than me.
I mean, you could just like crouch low with your gun up and like shoot a person when they come through. I don't know if you have a gun. Oh no, yeah, you took your shot. You have a shotgun.
You know what? You know what I like? He's hanging like on the bars of the level of the stairs they were on, and he's just gonna like flip up when they get there.
Okay. So Eliza, do you let them like go slightly further past you so you can do this in conjunction? Like you come out from behind the door
Yep.
and
Just-
butt with a rifle, and then Ruinera comes like swinging up and like kicks the other guy in the face. I don't know.
Sure. Was that your 2d6, or do you still need to roll?
That was not my 2d6.
That was from the
I
prowl.
Right.
yeah.
So you are
So-
not. You have not been discovered. So this is risky standard. Standard. We'll just take them both out. This is
Okay.
1-1. 1-1 is a group action.
Nice.
All right,
six.
nice. There's a 6.
Let's
There's
see
two
it.
sixes. All right.
You
That's
love
not
to see it.
unfortunately not a crit, but not that it matters, but it's a specific ability for have it be a crit.
So as they're like between us, like Liz comes out, butts him in the face with a rifle as Ruinera swings them behind them, and they just get pincer attacked.
Chiachi's head pops up as like they come further up the stairs and say, "You know what? I take it back. That was pretty slick."
We have our moments. Come on, let's go.
Do the four of you split up at this point?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
All right, Liza and Rune are heading for the entrance. Chiachi and you know what? It's gonna be a lot easier to sneak through this place when it's just the two actual sneaky people.
True. Very true.
We have like 10 minutes left. What do we want to focus on here first?
I want to focus on Rev so that we have the opportunity to get in a rival move so he can get EXP.
Okay, I mean it doesn't. That's end of session. Sorry, end of mission, not end of session. So. It's
Okay,
fine.
alright.
I assume Chiachi's clock is gonna get finished later when it contextually makes more sense, perhaps in a mech fight.
True.
We'll see how things go. I am under mechanical obligation to definitely make them a person who needs to have their clock ticked at some point. But yeah, with that in mind, does that change your feelings?
Not particularly. I want more Chiachi screen time.
Okay. So the two of you break off, and I assume Ruinera, you already gave them your map earlier, right?
Yep.
So Chiachi like looks over your shoulder, Rev at your wand at the map on it, and says, "Can you put that on mine too, so we can sort of coordinate better?"
Yeah, Rev will forward that to
And
Chiachi's one.
I assume Eliza marked the room where she felt Furo.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
It's just
they,
a drive doc everyone's editing.
they look and like nod. I think by the way, the way I believe described them long ago was them having like hair on the slightly longer side, like around shoulder length. They've gone full like, yeah, I'm in sneaky mode, and have cut their hair really short so no one can grab it. They know what they're doing.
Nice.
That's their season 1.5 look or whatever, wherever we're at
Right
now.
on.
So they nod their thanks and then say, "All right, let's go."
All right. Let's see. Find Firo. 4 more steps. We might just make another prowl roll here.
Yeah, that sounds
I was
good.
up to hunt. Yes.
Could also be hunt. I think the thing is hunt is more focusing. I think okay. Prowl would be risky standard. Hunt would be desperate great.
Okay.
'Cause hunt is
Tempting.
more dangerous but more effective. You know, it's about like moving quickly.
Yeah. That's true. I would love that a lot more if I didn't have 0 dice in hunt.
All right. Well,
Yes. Okay. I think we're just prowling some more. Yeah, we're following along like the map in this blueprint that we've scanned together.
as you're going, Chiachi says, "Once we're there, don't destroy any. And hopefully, he's got some kind of computer. I need hard evidence. Not that I disbelieve the bullshit you told me, but if I can get something in writing, that'd be good."
I understand. Is speaking to him a necessity, or do you think we can get this from like a server room?
I don't know. I don't know if you would have... If I can get, like, a recording of his voice saying shit, that'd also be handy. I'd settle for that.
All right. Let's see what we can find.
And I think, like, as the two of you are sneaking together, they tell you a little bit more about what their actual, like, goal here is, because at this point there's really... They don't see any reason to hide it. They're trying to find proof about, like, the weird stuff that Labarum is doing in terms of, like, weapons development. And I guess it's exploded far beyond what they thought was the case, with you talking about, like, making people immortal, etc. But are trying to bring this back to, like, Haraeth and convince people that there is, like, a truly dire threat from the Labarum Cryptarchs and the sorts of things that they're doing on the Isle of the Holy Rift and the things that they're making there.
While we're like, I guess like proceeding, can I tell them about like the anti-life explosives, like
Yes,
the
the
anti-life?
anti-life equation.
Yeah, yeah, like the like.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
orphanage
Because,
that-
yeah, they
yes.
don't know about that.
Well, they don't. Oh, okay, yeah, I definitely want to mention that to them, and also the fact that they like there's some facility on this island that's like booby trapped with that, and like on their way out, not.
That's this facility.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Though
I think they
anyway.
shiver slightly and say, "Well, I'm glad I came in on foot."
Yeah. Likewise. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Just as long as they're up to speed on that, I think we can just proceed. And...
One more thing, I think, just like a little
Sure.
conversational scene.
Yes.
I think the two of you are like hiding briefly in a room as you wait for like some guards to go past, because unlike your friends, you're not just gonna risk getting seen if you can help it. And while there's a moment, I think they just mutter quietly to you. So you think, like, if this guy's actually telling the truth, and with Orson, they can make people immortal, that's fucking it, right? That's the war done with. If they have soldiers they can just bring back, there's nothing Haraeth's gonna be able to do. There's nothing you guys... I mean, you... I assume you didn't, you know... I assume you didn't desert to Haraeth. I probably would have heard something about that. So it's Tatterdemalion or the Free People. Probably the Free People, considering who you guys are. And I don't think they're going to not get caught up in the crossfire of this in some way. Don't like the idea of immortal people being able to impose their will in that way, you know?
I haven't seen the Free People with tech anywhere close to what Labarum's got. As far as I'm concerned, this is an existential threat to everybody in the system.
They nod at that and say, "It's funny, I wouldn't have expected a day where you and I are working together on something like this. There's some real shit happening behind the scenes of this war on both sides, I think."
Think if you're someone that follows orders, you're going to end up a part of someone else's plan.
Yeah, that's why
think
I'm
when you
acting on
find-
my own volition here.
None of your higher ups told you to do this.
Mm-mm.
Wow, look at
Yes.
you!
Well, I had some time off. Like I said, I'm trying to get evidence to convince them of... well, I guess convince them of this immortal super soldier threat.
Big respect. I'm starting to think that for starting off on the wrong sides, we may have been more alike than we thought.
Maybe. Don't know if I agree with what your new side thinks either, but I don't know at this point. I don't know if I even fucking believe in meritocracy anymore.
If it helps you at all, I don't know if I agree either. I'm kind of just playing it by ear, working with the person who is the least much of a scumbag at any given point in time.
That's respectable. We should get moving. Let me, like, stand up and adjust their, like, stealth suit.
Mm-hmm. Crawl out
Alright.
from behind her. Yeah.
Let me give me another prowl roll. This is, I mean, you're not affected by tier, so this is risky standard.
Okay. Does using the camo bring up my position at all?
I think the thing is if you weren't using the camo, it would be even worse. But again, these guys are tier 5. I think there's no way sneaking through here isn't risky.
Okay, that makes sense. I guess we're just gonna sneak on through. I guess we're just gonna give it a 2d6 and see what happens. It's a success. Partial success.
Partial success. Alright, one away from being discovered. Oop, I accidentally put it on the GM layer, because I misclicked.
Mm.
Layer, token layer. But find Pharaoh. Let's take it twice. Alright. You guys make it up to the second floor. And the moment you do, you realize that the second floor is different. It's a lot nicer up here. First thing, it isn't just the it isn't just white, like weird sterile walls and drop panel ceilings and fluorescent lights. The lighting's a little bit warmer. I think the ground is partially carpeted, like there's one like down the center of the hallway. And there are sentry guns on the ceiling, like whirring slowly back and forth.
Oh. Okay.
And Chiachi like hisses and says, "That's some serious looking firepower." This is probably a good cliffhanger moment if we want to jump over to the other two and have one last thing with them before we end the session today.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. You two.
Us two.
What, you're just rushing for the exit at this point? Are you bothering to be sneaky?
We're trying to draw attention, right?
We're trying to get the heat off of
Yeah.
Rev and Chiachi.
Does that mean we split the discovered clock into another clock?
No, because I think you would just probably immediately be discovered if you're not bothering to be sneaky.
I think I would like to use my super special snowflake channel powers again.
Okay.
I think what I would like to do is use my channel powers to short out short out a system in this in one of the hallways we're traveling down. Probably like cause the sprinklers to just go off and probably cause some alarms to go off, and that would probably like, you know, draw a lot of attention to a certain location.
Okay, give me a channel roll. Let's see.
Channel roll?
I think this is risky standard, the classic.
What's the devil's bargain here?
Tick the Orson clock.
I am not going to take the devil's bargain. I am just
Alright.
going to see if I can. All right, so she moves towards one of the panels like she did before, using it as a lightning rod. She's like, all right, let's see if I can do this. And she moves up to the panel. She puts her hand against it and closes her eyes and tries to concentrate really hard. Probably gritting her teeth. Roll 3d6. That's a 4.
All right. I still tick the Find Orson clock twice, as I think this does work. The main thing is that it's still slower than just like rushing straight through. Like, you're using this as a distraction to like send people in different directions, and for you guys not to get immediately seen.
Yep.
Which is smart and good, and you don't. But by the time you probably slip out through like a side door and not just go straight out the front door. By the time you're out, like, some time has passed, and you're both getting antsy about like how much time you have left. And I think as you step outside, you see lumbering past you over the wall it's not too big, but it's it's
Dishonored Walker.
long as okay.
Never mind. Am I wrong?
Well now you make me feel bad for just saying it's a boring old Gestalt.
Oh.
It is actually, thinking about it, sort of shaped like that in like
Dishonored Walker's a Gestalt. Changed my mind.
It does definitely have long like slightly spindly legs that would be like good at moving through a forest like this.
So it's
And
finally come to this.
It has similar like long like not exactly gorilla-like because they're not as thick, but it has similarly long spindly arms and kind of a smaller chest and head situation. And it is just, it doesn't see you guys, but it just walks past you, and there's a shot like from below looking up at it as it moves past the wall.
Great.
And that's a good, I think,
A great
image
stopping
to end
point.
on. Yeah. Let's do EXP. This is a very exciting session, everybody. I enjoyed
What a
very much.
fucking session.
Yeah, that was just like action-packed start to finish. That was nuts.
Good action, good drama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Delicious.
yeah.
Execute successful battle delivery rescue operation. Not yet. Face off against challenges of your pay grade. Yes. Bolster your squad's reputation. Develop a new one. I think so. Express the goals in your conflict essentially to the squad. That first scene with Fiora for sure. So that's your squad XP filled. Y'all can take a new ability or get 2 new FOB upgrades.
Gog chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should probably get those cavalry hard points.
I fucking want them. Super hard, super bad, but
Probably a good idea, I think. I remember that being good, right?
No, airfield.
it's
You
true
already
free.
have airfield.
I
It's
know. I just couldn't think of any other ones off the top of my head.
It's 2 free load of weapons, so you get like an extra weapon or 2
Yeah, it's great.
for free.
All right,
That does
I'm just gonna
sound
mark that. What's the other FOB upgrade you want? You can get a repair bay, which is, what does that do? Plus 1D to long-term project salvage. Plus, oh, that's actually really good. Plus 1D to vehicle-related long-term projects, the salvage downtime activity, and the repair downtime activity.
I want to ask, is there anything that helps us de-scar? Because I have a feeling Rev and Eliza are going to be doing a lot of that.
If you want, where is it? Wait, is there not? The other team has... Oh, no, there isn't. You guys can only get efficiencies, which is plus 1 quirk, but not plus 1 scar.
Oh,
Unfortunate.
Yeah, 'cause we're mechanized cavalry.
Yeah,
Our people die. Our robots do not.
yeah.
That is true. Dang. Well, oh well. That's fine.
You don't have an infirmary yet. You want to get one of those?
Kind of want to get efficiencies.
Efficiencies is good, yeah. I mean, if you want to
Wait,
put a tick
where's
into it, you can get it. next time.
Efficiencies is each vehicle
Efficiencies is
gets
the
plus
+1
one
quirk
quirk.
thing.
So we could have up to
Oh.
9 quirks instead of just up to 8.
I think you would all just get. I think what it is you would all get 1 extra quirk for free.
Mhm.
Because it says +1, it doesn't say the maximum
Is
is
it- yeah.
increased to 9.
Correct. So if you guys are already
That's
at
still
8,
good value. That's like
Well, I'll take a 7th quirk. Sure.
yeah.
Just
All right.
3 squad upgrades? Sorry, never mind. Yeah, I'm fine with
Put
that.
one
If we're all
X
good with
into
that.
it.
well, we only have 2. We don't even have anything like.
Yeah, that's 8. That's 8 squad XP being turned into what, like 18 individual character XP.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's 6 XP to get a new quirk. So yeah, just mathematically, that value there is pretty good.
Okay.
I know what my 7th quirk is gonna be too.
Oh yeah.
So we're
cool,
getting
excellent.
efficiencies then.
Well,
next
you're,
time?
You're
Yeah.
moving yourself
Okay.
on the path to efficiencies. Okay, Adea gets nothing 'cause she wasn't here today. Too bad. I mean, Ruinera incredible in this, but seeing like having the original 3 all nothing off to Firo also would have been nice. But the either this is extremely me when I play JRPGs and being like, oh, which party member should I take on this mission? I want to see what what like both of their dialogue would be. I like all these characters. I can only take 3 of them. Which one do I take?
We'll just have to do playthrough 2.
Yeah, we'll have
You'll
to
have
do
to
a second
New Game
playthrough
Plus.
of Iron Song. I mean, I guess that's sort of what Eric's doing with 2 Chimes.
It's a lot of fun.
You start playthrough 2 and you start the game from Ruinera's viewpoint. And then he just fucks off.
Man.
He accidentally goes the wrong way and just fucks off forever.
Extremely Attack on Titan Levi side story. Iron Song, Ruinera side story. We see his backstory. All the fangirls love Ruinera.
They definitely do.
Fanboys do too. Come on.
It's
Look,
true.
look at those muscles.
Ruinera is absolutely,
Muscles.
absolutely the Devil's Indentured's Levi.
No, he super
Yeah.
is.
Okay. Jokes aside, I gotta go for a walk soon. Rev, you addressed multiple challenges with stealth or evasion, so that's 2 XP
Yay.
there. Especially history treasury opening. I'm gonna give you 1 for immediately being like, yeah, I'll work with my rival. And I'll give
Hell
you
yeah.
1 for like speech stuff at the beginning. I think this is that everyone gets 4 XP day.
Awesome.
Eliza, you address a challenge with notoriety or camaraderie. Notoriety, I'll give you for the speech action at the beginning.
She did lead a
Camaraderie,
couple
you
group-
definitely you definitely assisted your friends today. History tragedy or opening.
She talked about the death
Yes.
that she's experienced firsthand.
100%. Let's see. What was the other? Oh, I'll give you 1 also. It's not like one of your triggers really, but I feel like it is an honorary trigger at this point. You're like very cool. Yeah, I've got your number, Firo. So that's your playbook XP track filled. Nice.
All right, time to upgrade a ability.
Ruinera. Technical skill or mayhem. Yes to both of those. History tragedy opening. The stuff with Furo and the stuff with your rival. Let's
Also, struggled because of my belief scars or quirks. He didn't kill 56 because he's soft.
Yeah, you know what? And that let me use those rival moves. So, yes. I mean, mechanically, you can't kill 56 because you don't have 2 drive clocks, but, like, fictionally speaking, yeah, I'll allow it. I guess I should actually, I forgot to ask for both of you. Eliza and Rev, do you think either of you struggled from your scars? I don't know, like nothing immediately came to mind for me, which is why I didn't bring them up. But if I'm forgetting something, feel free to speak
Let's
on that.
see. Soft, paranoid, and reckless are my scars.
Yeah.
Did she struggle from being paranoid? I feel like she could have, but she didn't. I honestly dropped the ball on that.
That's okay.
Reckless.
I mean, it's just 1 XP trigger. You don't need to like play it all the time if you don't feel that it fits. So yeah, don't worry.
No,
about
I'm just having a moment of retrospect.
yeah, that's fair.
where she could have seen Chiachi and be like, "Who is this person? Are they an enemy?"
You could have. Oh well, it's fine.
That would have been good. But I thought it was funny. You just like, "Hey, found him," as she's walking past.
No, it was very good.
Reckless. Was she reckless at all? I
don't know, because reckless specifically for me, like the way you would most likely get XP for that is taking action like too quickly without letting your friends like know what's happening in a way that would get them into trouble, which I don't think happened today.
Or needlessly exposing yourself to danger.
Yeah.
All right, nothing
like,
from her
maybe
scars.
Following Firo's like signature was slightly reckless, but you didn't struggle, like, it didn't actually cause any trouble for all of you, so.
Didn't cause trouble for her, no.
Runeera, Runeera, I keep doing it. It's freaking shared. We got Adea and Eliza and Runeera and Rev.
I was gonna say,
I hate you three.
Runeera just like all according to plan.
Rev, do you think Vicious or Obsessed got in the way here at all? I don't think they did, but
I don't think so. I like set myself up to be like rough with Chiachi, but like I also like
come to mind. What is the thing that Rev is obsessed about again? I forget.
So I took that today as a result of scarring out.
Oh, right, that's the thing you just got. That's why I don't. Yeah, you should talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I like just picked that. Well, I was gonna pick Reckless, but then I saw that both Adea and Liz had it, and I was like,
"Reckless is a really easy first one. That's the first one I picked in my Scum and Villainy game, also."
It's also like Rev kind of already has been doing that this whole time. So I think Rev is probably obsessed with, like Firo's like freaky like end of history sort of plot. Kind of thing.
I'm very glad that you immediately saw through me and being like, "Oh yeah, this is the end of history. This is what Wyatt's doing," because that is extremely true.
It's okay. No, I liked it. It's not a thing that I feel like I see.
No. I'm glad that like I'm glad my storytelling goals were clear to you.
Oh, absolutely. Very, very clearly communicated. I think Rev being like kind of, I always joke that like Rev isn't stupid, he's simple, and I think that like that makes him take like a particular issue with this like clearly technology infesting reality kind of plan. So
and it is also the thing, I guess, to like talk about this very briefly, like Firo is not the person to do this plan. This plan in and of itself may not be bad depending on who's spearheading it, and also like Orson is a character who, like, we don't know what Orson feels about this yet. Like, not the technology, but the, I guess, magic itself may not be a bad thing, but just like everything, it's a tool and it depends on how it's used, right?
So, there's some dudes up in Labarum. It's like, yo, guys, what if we invented the far plane?
I mean, that's what the noosphere is, basically.
I don't think Rev is like necessarily like out to stop it. I think he just has like a very like visceral emotional reaction to it.
And
like,
that is
God,
valid.
Eliza's Yuna, no.
Okay, I gotta go now because I want to go for a walk before the next session. Bye,
Do you guys
everybody.
want to know?